Welcome back to Steve's World of Wonders. Wandering around Halifax, Nova Scotia. This sign here is all about the first transatlantic telegraph cable wire that was laid under the Atlantic from Newfoundland to Ireland. Here's the sea bridge for pedestrians, part of the Harbourwalk that they have. All along the harbour you can walk along and look at these signs and artworks, and there's an area with food trucks, and all along the harbour front there's things to see and things to do. That's the Atlantic Ocean right there. As we round the corner here, we get a view of the Atlantic. And over here is the Last Steps Memorial. And there's a sign up here that tells you about it. Near this spot on the 20th of May 1915, soldiers of the 22nd Battalion, the 24th Battalion, and the 25th Battalion of the Canadian Expeditionary Force left Halifax aboard His Majesty's transport ship, Saxonia. For hundreds of them, this would be the last time they stepped on Canadian soil. We can only imagine the thoughts they have had as they boarded the ship and watched the port of Halifax disappear from view behind them. The 25th Battalion Nova Scotia Rifles was the first complete infantry unit raised in this province to leave Nova Scotia, and on the 12th of October 1916, the 85th Battalion Nova Scotia Highlanders also embarked for overseas service. These were the only two Nova Scotia infantry battalions that stayed together throughout the First World War and were not broken up for reinforcements. Over the course of the war, 350,000 Canadian troops sailed from this port to an uncertain future. Of that number, 67,000 died in Belgium and France. The lives of those who returned to Canada were changed forever. 30,000 Nova Scotians volunteered for military and naval service, and 3,400 didn't come home. The Army Museum Halifax Citadel commemorates their legacy of service and sacrifice. And here's a picture of the Canada Gate in Passchendaele. Canada Gate is the second of two linked portals of remembrance. The first portal is here at the Last Steps Memorial Arch for thousands of Canadian soldiers. Their last steps in life were taken at Passchendaele, where the Canada Gate was dedicated on the 9th of November 2017. It stands next to the Crest Farm Canadian Memorial, or Canada Lane. Through the arches of the gate, one sees the spire of the Passchendaele Church. From 26th of October to 10th of November 1917, the Canadian Corps made their costly attack to liberate Passchendaele. In doing so, the Corps suffered 16,000 casualties, and nearly 4,000 of those were killed in action. The Battle of Passchendaele was the bloodiest fight in Canadian military history. It's the visitor center there. This is the outside of the Maritime Museum. You can see various anchors and a propeller there from big ships. Play structure for kids. Yo, dude, surf's up. Look at the wave behind me, man. Steep waters. Yeah, gnarly waves in Halifax, dude. Canadian area here. Oh, those smell good. Those smell really good. Apparently this is a good place. I had heard that this Katch place was the best place for fish and chips in Halifax. So they've got combos here, fish and chips with a drink for $16, poutine for $10 with a drink, lobster roll with french fries and a drink for $25, salad bowl for $17.25 with a drink, and a fish taco for $14.50, that's with fries and a drink. I decided to go for a single fish taco just for a taste of what their fish was like. $3.75 plus tax. Alright, there's my fish taco. And I'll put a little Frank's chili lime on there. Crispy batter. Good with tartar sauce. They even serve it on a little piece of newspaper. Good fish. The batter is amazing. Super crispy. Lots of options out here. Canadian Sea Turtle Center Museum, but it's not open in May. It opens in June. I really wanted to see it though. Taffy and Teas, high seas. There's a pewter store. Some tours here. Pewter shop.